The more data that you have available, the more powerful that automated conversation
Mhm.
can be.
And I think just to touch on that point, I think, yeah, data is very important, and sometimes the data can be very overwhelming. And then I think this is a lot of challenges people have as well. Is like, yeah, okay, I got lots of data, but where do I start? And I think that's the biggest concern or biggest challenge people have is like, where do I start with this data? And then, I mean, we always talk about kind of the crawl, walk, run approach, right? So start small, like start with one or two different, and that's what we're doing, especially with like in RSA, where a lot of people who aren't exposed to digital marketing and don't understand it, like the nuts and bolts of it all is we have to kind of take them through that process of, you mean, building it out slowly so that they can see the entire picture. And it's not about, like what you mentioned, Chris, not about building the 18-month, you mean 30 communications in all 18 months. It's like, let's start small, figure it out and learn and optimize and then build from it. And I think that's what we've done, specifically on the underwriter side is, you mean, start small, learn, and then continue to build and grow from it based on some of the data that we're seeing from all of the digital engagement. I think it's a big thing to do, especially when you have lots of data, because, you mean, insurance companies have lots of data. It's just how to manage and manipulate it in a way that's meaningful for, you mean, your end broker.
Yeah, I love what you say about the data. Like there is tons of data, but it really is a shift for these principals who have been like they have been growing on the basis of the good service that they're providing. That's
Mm-hmm.
a given. Good service. That's not
Yeah.
a differentiator. That is what everybody's doing. Good service. And then it's like, how do I grow? Well, I know that if I hire a sales rep, if I hire a broker, I'm going to be able to expect this kind of growth. I know what that
Right.
math is. I know what that is. What I don't know is if I bring on board some kind of a system that I don't understand, what is that actually going to do for me?